welcome to our lift misconceptions video. This might defy everything you know about elevators. It's your lift enthusiast, you don't need to watch this. I can't believe how many people are dumb about lifts. Guess what? People are so freaking dumb inside of their heads that I'll be talking about lift misconceptions until my bloody death date. Which I'm not going to be talking until my death date, obviously. Let's defy everything you know. Let's dive in. Lift misconceptions 1. Lifts have the cable directly on top of them, and the lift is... This is how most people think a lift runs. A lift is a metal box that has a motor, and when you press the button, then the doors close. And if there is a voice, it will say doors closing, and the lift will move by the motor, almost like it's hoisted by a jack. If the cable snap, there are 3 main cables. If all 3 cables snap, you can free fall down to the lift pit until your death, depending on if you treat the situation correctly. This isn't bloody true. This is so wrong in hundreds of ways. Lifts are cables attaching to the side that pull the lift up and down. On a Gen 2, this can get a bit confusing because you've got Gen 2 belts where the governor and motorbikes connect, and it's almost like a little hoisted jack on the lift pit. And let's not get into that, because if you don't know about how the main lift works, you won't know how a Gen 2 works, because that goes to defy even more stuff you know about lifts yet. So, a lift has cables on the side of it. There's different types of cables. There's 4-to-1, 3-to-1, 2-to-1, and 1-to-1. There's a counterweight on one of the side of the cables that steadies the lift. But then this is where it gets really defiant. Lifts don't free fall downwards if they're under half capacity, since the counterweight is still heavier than the lift. The counterweight will fall down. But remember what I said, both the cables are attached to the side and the motor's on the other side. So the lift is just going to go up. It's going to free fall up. If it's over half capacity, is what you said is going to happen. It's going to free fall down. But if it's under half capacity, it's going to free fall up, because the counterweight on the side of the lift is heavier. So that's going to free fall down. Let's imagine it like this. I am wearing a set of jeans. I mean, I'm not actually wearing a set of jeans right now, but let's just say I'm wearing a set of jeans. I pull on one side of a belt. It's almost like saying, if I pull on one side of the belt to pull it down, the other side of the belt's just going to fall down as well. You may not know that, but it's literally like saying, I'm going to pull on a belt. The other side of the belt is going to go the same direction. It's going to go the opposite direction, is it? One side of the belt is the counterweight. The other side of the belt is the motor, and then there's a square box on the motor side of the belt. There's a little box with brakes on it to stop it. Let's say them brakes fail and come off, and the motor can't stop it on that side of the belt. Then the counterweight, if it's under half capacity, the counterweight on the other side is going to free fall down. So then the other side, which is the side the box is on, the box is going to go up. But also, to defy the example a little bit, you've got the VF drive that can stop the lift if the brakes ever happen to fail. Then the VF brake would apply, which would defy more physics than you already know, because then that could use the motor to stop the lift in a potential accident like this. That could potentially save the lift if the VF was still activated and it used the motor to stop the lift. I mean, that even defies some knowledge I know about lifts, but if the lift could use the motor to stop it from free falling. That could be life-saving. Sadly, in most lift free falls, the VF is inactive in most free falls because the lift isn't supposed to be moving. But then this is where it defies more the overspeed governor. If the lift goes down too fast, the lift stops. But then obviously if the brakes aren't working, then the lift is going to free fall down more, which can just confuse you because what a dumb decision to make. You're literally helping the lift free fall down more by installing an overspeed governor. But then there are unauthorised movement governors. So like if the lift isn't supposed to be moving, then slightest movement will trip governor. But that defies some more knowledge that I know about this actually. That defies more than I know myself. And obviously, then there's the Gen 2, which is more confusing because it's got belt cables. Really weird. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new about lifts. And let's just hope I've made the world a little less dumb.